You know what time it is. It's time to slay the Spire. Let's see. I don't remember this run at all. I kind of remember this run. Bronze Scales is like the only... It's like Omamori can be really good, but you gotta wait on it. Omamori's like the more extreme Matryoshka. Because Matryoshka, unless you get it like... like after the Act 3 treasure chest, you can be fairly certain you're gonna get value out of it. Omamori sometimes sits there and does nothing, and sometimes it gives you 999 gold, or sometimes it gives you, you know, a 4th energy with no downside. Or sometimes it gives you warped tongs and something else. You know, like saves you 85 gold or something. Oh, these were my choices. I'm pretty sure I took the Philo Stone. I don't think I looked at Orrery. Oh, yeah, we have a Feel No Pain and a Dark Embrace. We're not doing anything with those cards yet, but we have them. So, that's something. Oh, let's see. Excuse me. Got 302 gold, so we could probably hit a shop. Oh, ooh, excuse me. Two bonfires, and I can bail on the second elite. And I get to hit a shop. It's hard to complain about a path like that. That's a no-go. Yeah, that looks like the way we're gonna go. I think one thing this game could improve on is making more interesting maps and more interesting decisions. Because I find a lot of the time, it'll usually come down to like 1 or 2 specific paths that are just like pretty clearly the optimal ones. Yeah, I think the game could definitely use a bit of work in that area. Because I think it's pretty clear that, like, this is the optimal path. Especially since I get the choice to not fight the second elite. If we don't need to. Or, I should say, if I don't feel the deck can. Heck, we have the option to not fight the first elite. We can take 3 bonfires, hit the treasure chest, and then fight the elite here instead. Obviously not fighting any elites probably means our deck is not going to get strong enough fast enough to deal with the boss. Ooh, yeah. Turn 1 Feel No Pain is pretty good. With this stupid Hex baloney. Alright, so I'm just gonna play cards and don't afraid of anything. Yeah. The both of these together kind of work pretty well. That's a lot of damage. Shockwave, defend, defend. 3, 14. I take like 4 damage? No, I take less than that. Cool. And then that draws me the other 2 dazes. Ooh, Art of War procced. I got 5 energy for a turn. That's neat. Are you dead? You're dead. Alright, cool. Gain 5 health. I've been thinking about Havoc Plus a bit. Well, Havoc, but... I don't think... it's a card you just put in for exhaust synergies. I've been... as usual, I've been watching some more Join Ribs. And he seems to like it. When you have, what is it? Runic Pyramid. Because then you're guaranteed to be able to do, like Headbutt Havoc. Not for powers, obviously, because the powers will just stay in your hand unless you've got some way to discard them, which is not super common on Ironclad. Because, like, what does Havoc do for me? It lets me play a free Immolate, but it's like, we've got 4 energy. We can play a lot of our cards in a turn. Havoc Plus just doesn't feel like it does very much. It's a poor man's True Grit, basically. Well, we can use the mask, I guess. This deck... It feels like it probably wants to try to block as much as possible with Feel No Pain. Just on account of having the Feel No Pain in the deck. Which makes Oddly Smooth Stone worse. Grab a True Grit and try to upgrade it. Because then there's some synergy. Pretty sure I take the card remove. Hey, J-Nerdling. What are we drilling? Whenever you break an enemy's block, apply 2 vulnerable. It's... Excuse me. It's a relic. Ooh, pardon me. So right now ML8 is doing a lot of damage and Rampage is giving us some scaling. I feel like I want the True Grit pretty badly. There's no guaranteed shot for the rest of the act here. I think I just buy True Grit and Metallicize and then carry on my merry way. Cool. Potions seem good. Pretty sure potions seem good. I think I'll leave it there. Okay, cool. What? I don't know for what reason you say the words that you say. This fight would actually be easier with the other guy here, because then I could just play Feel No Pain and gain a bunch of free block. Okay, so I've got a True Grit. That's not going to do very much. Well, I should have played the Defend first, in case it accidentally got rid of that one. Ascender's Bane, doing some work. Alright, cool. Assault, yeah. Cool. Oh, cool, he died. Shrug? Shrug is pretty good. Card draw, block stuff. I will take a Shrug. I will not take these Apparitions, though. We've already got the beginnings of a defensive strategy going. Also, I have almost entirely full health. Okay. To Dark Embrace or not to Dark Embrace? Is there a point? I don't think so. I think I'd rather just hit him. Does he multi-attack? I feel like he has like one multi-attack. Well, this is among the worst kind of hands I could draw. Don't even get that 3 free block from the Ascender's Bane. Alright, this is a bit better? Question mark? Did not get Feel No Pain into play. I'll just take 10, no problem. Holy. Yeah, this deck isn't working out so hot. Oh, Snecko. Maybe it's because most of the cards aren't great. Outside of ML8. Or maybe it's because I keep drawing hands full of cards that cost 3. Jesus Christmas. You sure are hitting me again. Yeah. That's most of my health. Well, Rampage is free this turn. That's nice. Don't think I can take a Hemokinesis given my current health situation. I'm not sure I'm taking any of these. I might take Apparition now, but it's too late. You can't run into the same encounter twice. So it's basically irrelevant what I do with that event now. Probably block or something. Actually, I'm not worried about this guy at all. Again, because feel no pain. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be that worried about this guy either, thanks to bronze scales. Alright, there's the feel no pain, there's the metallicize. You're gonna die on the 3rd hit. Cool, you're gonna die on the 1st hit. I'm not even gonna take damage. Sick. Calculated. That one's gonna hurt. I'll play every card in my hand right now. And then take a bunch. Yep. Might have to skip an elite. Might have to skip an elite. We're getting 9 block. So do some of this baloney. I really wanted... I don't know. I don't know what this deck wanted. Snekawai, Necronomicon. Omori eats the curse. Delicious. I'm not putting that many dazes in my deck. Not frail. That's a plus. There is a Shrug It Off down there. Maybe I should just, like, hit him. Nope. Well. Still some free block, I guess. I'm going to Rampage first so I don't accidentally get rid of it. Cool. It's like, Feel No Pain is great if I've got somebody constantly feeding me dazes. You know, given my current health situation, I think maybe I would like that block potion. Rage? Rage. No. No. 40 health, block potion, strength potion. Alright, let's think. If this is Book of Stabbing, I'm like absolutely dead. I have a Philo Stone. He's gonna hit me for like 24 damage on turn 3. And then 32 damage. Then probably 25. And then... what, he goes up twice? Like 48 damage? Yeah. I'd have to get like an early shockwave. All those wounds in the deck would build up. Feel No Pain basically doesn't do anything. This deck needs a corruption. It desperately, desperately needs a corruption. I think that means I skip this. Corruption, like, turns this deck on. Like, it activates go mode. Or at least... I don't know if it activates go mode, but it definitely puts some gas in the tank. And boy, oh boy, does that tank need gas. Oh. We're burning, like... corn oil and stuff. I think I skipped this. I think. Probably upgrade True Grit. The other problem is this deck has like no offensive scaling whatsoever. Aside from Rampage. Okay, Singing Bowl is pretty good. I don't know if it saves me. I'm gonna nap here, we're gonna fight this elite. I have 4 floors to get ready for Bronze Automaton, and I oh cool, it was Book of Stabbing the whole time. Neat. That's the strength potion. I'm not gonna chug the block potion for 12 or for 7. That would be stupid. Oh shit. It's a rampage or not a rampage? I don't have Feel No Pain. Oh wait, yes I do have Feel No Pain. Oh, okay. 15 damage, that becomes an additional 14, becomes 42. 42 knocks him down to what? 40 would be 94, 92. $77 minus 18, 59. This is late because it's the book? What? Okay. Sorry, I was doing math. Where were we at? 59. The damage in my deck can take him... Oh, no, it'll take him down further than that. Because I drank the strength pot. So we get an extra 3 damage on all of these. So that actually takes him down to 50. Depending on how I draw, I could kill him the turn after next. I'd have to draw Immolate next turn, and then after reshuffle, draw Immolate again. Or Rampage. I think I have to Rampage. Now, 9. This will get me 12 block. He's doing 18. Yeah. I'll take the 6. He's still weak next turn. Okay, cool. So Immolate is in this hand. While he's still vulnerable. Drink the potion. Okay, only 4 damage. He's down. Oh! I forgot about bronze scales! Let's just win. Interesting. That's a pretty good combo. Hey, Relock, how's it going? We're continuing the run we ended on last night. It's going places. I don't know if those are good places. We're basically just like fishing for a corruption. I got the Feel No Pain, I got Dark Embrace, I got other cards. We're also fishing for like any way to kill Bronze Automaton. That man starts with artifacts, which means Shockwave is not a super reliable method. This deck could also use a Headbutt, so that I can Headbutt either Rampage or Immolate over and over again. Red Skull's pretty good. Especially with Singing Bowl, so that way the threshold for Red Skull keeps going up and up and up. However, I'm not sure how much up we're gonna get. I'm going to look at 20 cards. Okay, I'm gonna look at the others. That's a corruption. That's a corruption. I think we might still want to take fights to maybe get into Red Skull zone and to increase Singing Bowl. This is not a great hand. You know what? I want to work on this guy. Because you're going to give me free block. And you're also occasionally going to hit me for 11 or whatever. Well, this is going to hurt. Yeah, library event's pretty good. Now I'm in the zone. Well, that didn't last long. I would really like it if you were a guy who was dead. Whew, boy. Well, there's the corruption. Was not anticipating taking quite so much damage. Can I just kill you? Yes. Is there any reason not to kill you this turn? No? I don't have like a feed or anything. No Reaper. I might just have to take spot weakness just because this stack doesn't scale. Take another fight? Okay. This is actually perfect. Feel No Pain opening hand. Shockwave, Metallicize. He's gonna put Daisies into the deck. I'm not gonna care. In fact, they help me. They're dealing 14. I'm about to have more than 14 block. Hooray. This is about to hurt. There's no way I can kill you. Wait, maybe 21 plus 18. It's like 39. Yeah, that's 39. Crud. Cool. Turns out this may have been a mistake after all. Yikes. Dual wield? Oh my god. Just dual wield metallicized a whole bunch. Dual wield feel no pain. I'm gonna run out of cards though. I feel like that plan is far too slow. I don't see any other way. I mean, I don't see this way working either, but I figured I'd try it. If I already think I'm hooped, may as well try to see if I can unhoop. Is 2 metallicized enough? My deck is not very large. What are the chances that they both hit the... Well, if I make my deck smaller through, True Grit... Oh boy. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Oh, what are you stealing? He's stealing one of the uncommons, most likely? I might need one of those. Fuck. Yeah, that's a handy one. I'm just gonna shockwave now. No one's attacking. That's disappointing. I think I'm probably dead now, like literally this turn, because that's a lot of damage. Maybe I should have done this. A GG! Oh wait, I'm not dead. But what's the opposite of GG? Not like BG, but like un-G. Eege? It sounds stupid. Oh, that's not when I... Dual wheel, please. Fuck. Automaton, please. Please don't do this to me. I mean, I knew he was gonna do it to me. That's... He's a pretty scripted, gentleman. Give me my pommel strike. Give me death. Hiya! Rip. Lasered! Oh man, I got hyper beamed. You think this guy's like the Defect's big brother? They both know hyper beam. They both know hyper beam. Maybe there's just a little defect like sitting inside, or what, like a regular sized defect, just like sitting inside the gigantic armor. Just charging his lasers. Yeah, that is how it goes. I remember. Last run we just got completely bodied by Gremlin Knob. As you do. Ba 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 ba. No, no. Might have to do 2 elites with 1 bonfire. Unfortunate. Yep. Question is, where do I want that bonfire? Well, we've got potential shenanigans. So let's see if we can have that help us out. I have a chance here. And then I can just do functionally 1 elite, 1 bonfire. I can't use shenanigans anywhere else. I think that's what I'm going for. Alright, I just have to remember to hit that shop instead of the next combat node. And it should be fine. I think floor 1 catalyst is probably suicide. What about choke? No, it's a lot better in some sorts of decks than others. What's up, shop man? Rip gambling chip. Well, we don't get to see that one. Nice to see you put like 2 of the worst. Well, Bane's not that bad. Bane can be pretty good in the right situations. But Sneaky Strike is not something I look forward to ever having to put in the deck. Cool. Made the deck slimmer, more efficient. I like it. Streamlined, but not with the card streamline. I'm taking a slice because I need cards that deal damage to people. Good touch, bad touch.
I'm feeling fat and sassy.
Thank you for the follow, Mini Koala. Or Mino Koala. I hope you're feeling fat and sassy. I don't know if I'd trust this if I saw it in real life. 6 arms. Not the... Really, like... That's the one that you wear to greet people? Why not this happy friendly cleric mask? That one seems... like you're just asking to give me some trouble. 50 gold is not worthwhile. Do I just go for it? What are the worst ones? Give up a chest. Start each turn weakened. Those are both pretty bad. Or like start the first turn weakened. What does it do? It just makes you weak turn 1, right? And there are definitely types of decks, silent decks specifically, where you Alpha Strike and just go nuts turn 1. And if we're in a universe where that's the kind of deck that I can build that wins the run, excuse me, then clicking this button and getting that mask means I lose. Cleric Head's alright. What's the other good one? Oh, the Serpent Head. I'm just going to leave. See ya later. Sliced and diced. It's a bunch of money. Hey, some real cards. Who's our boss? I think Quick Slash might be a little bit better. And we did just fight the sentries. So I think I'm going to take the slash. Alright, cool. Oh, I can spend all my energy on damage turn 1. Perfect. This is what? The second? No, this is the third hallway fight. So this is going to be the last of the... from the easy pool. Which is fine, because this fight went really well. I've taken early infinite blades before and had it pay off. Not too infrequently. It's also scaling damage against this guy. Yeah, it doesn't make Gremlin Knob angry. Like, I guess the only downside is that means is like it's not the most powerful power. So that's like, because the thing is you can't oversaturate your deck with powers unless you're the defect, or you have like Mummified Hand on top of like card draw. Because then you can just, like, then you just slap them out. Obviously, if you're the defect, then you can just, like, take Mummified Hand and Heat Sinks, and then that's a deck wielding, run winning deck type. But I think Infinite Blades is fine. It turns on so many potential synergies as well. Anything that wants you to play lots of attacks or lots of cards in a turn, Infinite Blades just, like, slides right in. Also, it makes Dead Branch much better. I do not want to nap. Probably just upgrade Neutralize. Considering the next elite fight has to either be Lagavulin or Gremlin Knob, that seems a reasonable decision. Do I want to hit an event? Probably. I probably do. What's in the box? Okay, okay. Kind of wish I took that calculated gamble a couple floors ago, but you know, it is what it is. I need a block card. Nope. Did I just, like, pull... No, I didn't pull all the damage. But I pulled most of the damage out of the deck. Just straight up. This Infinite Blades will outdamage Strike in 2 turns. Yeah, there's every block card in the deck. Just all at once, huh? You guys... Oh. Even more block. They wanted it to be a family gathering sort of deal. I really don't like that I'm still taking damage here. Heya! Tough Bandages is not Tingsha. It will not do damage. It's probably better than Tingsha. I don't know about that. Dash. Endless Agony is, like, decent. But Dash is very good. Thanks for the raid, Space Candy! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Eater of Unhappiness, how's it going? Wait, did you raid? Because it said Space Candy raided. I don't know what's happening. Hello, Virgo Death. Hello, Wumbo Cat. Hello, Pumpkin Spice Leaves. Anyway, I'm taking the dash. I'm not drinking every potion. Okay, there's 15 damage incoming. I can full block it? Is there a reason not to? I'm drawing stuff. Oh, actually... Yeah, it's 15. Perfect. Hit you, that way once I'm weakened, I can still kill him with a strike. No, candy rated? Oh, I see. Eater just suggested you come here. Oh, well, thank you for the suggestion. That is not full block. Rip. 3 damage. I like it. More confusing cards. I mean, it probably doesn't help that, you know, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. So I'm trying to explain, usually when I'm explaining things. Thank you for the follow, Space Candy. I hope you're feeling fat and sassy. Usually when I'm explaining things in this game at this point, I'm mostly trying to explain some higher level stuff. Because that's where my thought process is. Because those are the things I actually have to think about in order to succeed at runs at this point. Because everything else, just like, I played the game a bunch, so I know it. But, right now we have this. So whenever I discard a card, I gain 3 block. It's a very powerful defensive relic. I only just got it, so I have not had a chance to get cards that work with it. So right now, this is the only card in my deck that discards a card. So this says gain 8 block, discard a card. So if I play this, I'll actually gain 11. I'll gain 8 from this and then 3 from that. Alright, well, so long as you're having fun. I'm gonna kill this louse now. We're either fighting Lagavulin or Gremlin Knob. Gambler's Brew gives me just a bajillion block. So I think in this situation, it's actually better than Swiftpot. Caltrops, Caltrops, Caltrops. It's pretty good against Hexaghost, and we are fighting Hexaghost. Caltrops and Infinite Blades. Excuse me. I will take the Trops. Oh boy, I have no AoE. I took a Quick Slash over Dagger Spray. Back flipping. Shiv throwing. Gotcha. What do I have? I've got 9, 15, 21 damage. Is there a way I can split that to kill these two? Yes. Huh. This one's not attacking though. Kill this one. Weaken that one. Block for 10. Okay. Managing to get one of them down without taking damage on turn 1 is not bad at all. Infinite Blades is pretty good here. I've got 21 blocks sitting here. They're dealing 18 damage. Or I can block for 16, take 2, and get Infinite Blades into play. What does my next turn look like? Yeah, there are... Shiv is a specific card type for the Silent. It's not a card you can, like, get as part of your deck, but it's basically a 0-cost 4-damage attack that other cards in her card pool will give to you. So, like, this power, once I play this power at the start of each of my turns, it adds 1 Shiv to my deck. Or 1 Shiv to my hand, sorry. So it's basically a bunch of free damage for the rest of the fight. No, I have to... And we draw, by default, we draw 5 cards a turn. So I can see there's 5 cards left in my deck, so I know that this is my hand next turn, no matter what. Obviously, if I play the Quick Slash, since it itself draws me a card, I'll get to see a 6th card, which could be any other card in my deck at that point. Hey, White Fang K, how's it going? Anyway, so I know that I have a lot of damage next turn. I'm going to be weakened still, so these are only doing 75% damage. So these will do 4 damage, these will do 6, or this will do 6. So what is that? That's 8. I have 14. So I can kill that one. I can do 7 damage here, which knocks him down to 4, which means he dies to just a strike. Then that leaves me with 10 more damage, which will kill this guy too. And it lets me block all the damage. Not bad. Not bad, White Fang K. Alright. I don't know. Well, I don't know how many other people that you brought along know what's going on. So I thought maybe it might be a good idea to explain for people who might not be familiar with this game. Because there's like a pretty big gulf between, like, you know, your first like couple dozen hours playing this game and up at Ascension 20. And I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or anything. That's just like an objective thing. Like you really have to know a lot about this game to play at this level. You have to know what all the different enemies can do. You have to know like what all the different possible encounters are. You have to know what all the different cards do. You have to know what all the different relics do. You have to know generally like the rarity of things, etc, 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 etc. Anyway, I'm gonna keep killing slimes. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, we just won't bother playing Infinite Blades at this point. We just won the fight. Fire Potion is worse than these. Another Quick Slash. I've got some powers for damage. I don't think I want the second Quick Slash. Alright, let's fight the second elite. And the overall goal is to reach and defeat whatever is at the top of the spire. The game is split up into 3 acts with a secret 4th act that requires me to get these key pieces. So right now we're going through Act 1, and you have to like climb up the map as you go, and it'll show you what the boss of the act is. So this is Lagavulin. He will sleep for 3 turns, and then he'll wake up and we have to fight him. Or, if we break his shield, he'll start the fight immediately. So generally you want to try to make sure you wake him up on a turn where you get the most damage out. Alternatively, it might be more prudent to wait to get our powers into play, because powers are, well, powerful in that they give you an effect that lasts the whole rest of the fight. So they tend to do a lot for their energy. The only problem is they tend to do very, very little on the turn you play them. Like Infinite Blades, I don't start getting shivs until the turn after I play it. It actually doesn't do anything the turn I play it. But every turn after that, I'm getting more and more and more and more value. It's giving me 4 free damage every turn of the fight. So they're particularly better in longer fights, like elite fights or boss fights. So since I know Lagavulin will not wake up until turn 3 unless I wake him up, I know I have an opportunity to get these into play without worrying about having to take or deal damage. Because you only have so much energy. Like, I get 3 energy a turn right now. You can see these cost 1 energy up in the top left there. And I also know, like I said, since we draw 5 cards a turn, I know that in the next 2 turns I'm guaranteed to draw all 10 of these cards. I just don't know in what order. So the downside here is the only damage left in this deck are these 2 cards at 11 damage, which is not a very good wake-up turn. The other thing to think about is he doesn't attack you the turn he wakes up if you're the one to wake him up. So like if I just like throw a bunch of cards at him and he wakes up, he's not actually gonna attack me until next turn. So that being said, for Lagavulin, he attacks for 20 damage 2 turns in a row, and then he puts a debuff on you, which gives you -2 dexterity and -2 strength. -2 strength means all of my attacks do 2 less damage. -2 dexterity means all of my block cards do 2 less block. So -2, this card blocks for 8, deals 8 damage. This card deals 4 damage. This card deals 2 damage, etc, etc, etc. And that's his whole pattern. That's all he does. He goes, I hit you for 20, I hit you for 20, debuff. I hit you for 20, I hit you for 20, debuff. So because of those debuffs, you have to end the fight fairly quickly. Most of the time, if you make it to the second debuff, you're probably gonna lose the fight. Unless he's unless he's very, very close to dead. Because, like, after the second debuff, like, these do 2 damage each. It's just very slow, and he's just still hitting you. So, going back to the other thing I was thinking about, like, these 3 cards right here are probably my best defensive cards in the deck. Which means, ideally, I'd want them in my hand on a turn where I know he's going to attack me. So if I wake him up now, they're guaranteed to not be in my hand either next turn or the turn after, because I already know what I'm drawing in the next 2 turns. And then my next opportunity to draw them isn't until the turn where he's not attacking me. Now, I might not draw them that turn, because everything gets... As soon as you run out of your deck, everything gets reshuffled and put back in. So, I have to decide whether I want a really good... Like, to do really good damage for the wake-up. I guess if I draw a card, it skews it by 1, and I get 1 extra mystery card. I think considering the fact that all the good defensive stuff is in my hand, even if it's also got most of the good offensive stuff... You know what? I might just use a Gambler's Brew here. Not right now. I'm gonna just end turn. Okay. So he's guaranteed to wake up this turn, whether I hit him or not. So I may as well get the 1 free damage in. Okay. Yeah, now the music starts, and now he's like, crab man. I imagine that's the sound he makes. Alright, cool, we got some free attacks in our hand. I can just sort of... literally take no damage. Thanks, Tough Bandages. So like I said, like, you might be tempted to, like, block as much as possible when he's attacking, but, this fight goes so south so fast because of the debuffs, that if you don't get in the damage early, you might just actually die. Cool. If I didn't draw the neutralize, I was gonna Gambler's Brew, but I did, so I'll just take the 5 damage here. Okay, he's still at 55 before the first Siphon Soul. That's not great. And also, like, if he lives long enough to do it a second time, these shivs will stop doing any damage whatsoever. Well, the best players in the world at this game have about a 30% win rate at the highest difficulty. And I haven't actually mathed it out, but I estimate it's probably somewhere around like 7%. So, yeah. This game's a tough one. Okay. Sorry, I was just doing some maths. I have won 9 times. Or I've won on Ascension 20 going for heart kills 9 times. It technically counts as a successful run, just beating Act 3. You have to acquire 3 special key pieces in order to get access to Act 4. And acquiring them requires giving up relics, which are these, which, you know, all have some positive effect. Requires either giving up relics, or giving up bonfires, or fighting a super elite. Those are the 3 steps to get the 3 pieces. Like you can see, the super elite is that one. Generally, you want to leave getting the key pieces as late as possible, because they require you do something that'll make your deck worse to get them, and they don't do anything until the very, very end. And this is like a sort of game where it's like, the better you're doing, the more risks you can take, which then lets you do even better, sort of thing. So, like, I could have not fought this elite at all. Or... Okay, I lied. I actually... Oh, there was another bonfire. Wow, I'm a dummy. I could have actually taken a better path than this. Rip. Well, what was I saying? So, like, let's pretend this elite wasn't here. I could have just bailed, but the thing is, elites give you the most value for a node, because they give you a relic, they give you more gold than regular encounters, and they give you a higher chance at rare cards. So cards actually have different rarity. You can tell by the color of the ribbon up top. So gray is common, blue is uncommon, and gold is rare. And rares tend to be pretty good. Anyway, this turn. This is his second attack, right? Gambler's Brewing for 12 blocks seems a little wasteful. Okay, so I should be able to kill him. Perfect. Oh, gee, excuse me. Nightmare's an interesting card. I don't know if it's one I want. So it says choose a card next turn, add 3 copies of that card into your hand. So there are certain cards that become insane if you can have 4 of them. The downside is you don't get the cards till next turn, and Nightmare costs 3 energy to play, which means you basically have to spend your whole turn doing it. You also have to choose a card that's in your hand. So you have to get Nightmare and the card you want to copy in hand at the same time. And there are relics and stuff that'll make that easier, but we don't have any of those, so I'm probably not going to take the Nightmare. I could take a second Infinite Blades. I could also take a Dagger Throw, since it essentially also gives me 3 block. Because of Tough Bandages, it makes me discard a card. So it's better than it would otherwise be. I don't know that this deck needs that, though. 2 Infinite Blades is also getting a little risky, considering Time Eater and the Heart both punish you for playing more cards in a turn. So I think overall I'm probably going to skip this. So this just upgrades 2 skills at random. That's why I looked at the cards first. Because say I wanted this Nightmare. If I'd grabbed the Relic, then looked and grabbed the Nightmare, that means the Nightmare could not have been upgraded by Warpaint. So there are two relics. There's one that does this for powers, and one that does this for attacks, and one that does this for skills. Anyway, I'm gonna click on it now. It hits survive and defend, which is, I mean, I guess that was literally the best case scenario since I haven't added any other skills to the deck. Cool. I'm gonna go to an event. That would be great, except I don't have a lot of that health stuff. How much do I heal for? I nap for 19. Start the fight at 25. I could probably do that. I can probably handle starting at 25, because it means his first big attack is gonna hit for less, and I've got both of these in case of emergency. Okay. Then we... Oh, no, I nap for 21. Okay. Then it works out. So this is Hexaghost. He doesn't do anything turn 1, and then he does a whole lot turn 2. His first attack is actually dependent on what your current health is, which is why I took that event, because I knew that would make his first attack much smaller. And then he has a 6-turn cycle, and then on turn 6 he'll do the big attack again. Except the second and every subsequent time he does it, it will always be big. I think he attacks... Well, he keeps buffing his strength as he goes. So it'll be 6 times 6, and then it'll be 8 times 6, and then it'll be 10 times 6. I've literally never ever seen... I've never had a fight go to the third 6 times attack. Either one of us is dead by shortly after the second one. Anyway, I'm just gonna throw damage at him because there's nothing else worthwhile to do. I could Gambler's Brew right now for that Caltrops. So Caltrops says whenever you attack, deal 3 damage back. That works against multi-attack, so this guy's hitting me for 2 damage 6 times, which means he would take 18 damage, 6 times from Caltrops. But I didn't draw it. Drew it. Do I really take 12 here? Over Infinite Blades? No, I'll just take the 7. Ah, perfect. Couldn't have had better timing. Oh yeah, and there are statuses, which are just bad cards that enemies can put in your deck for the fight. Oh wait, no, that was... I shouldn't have done that. Rip. Just lost 6 damage. Cool. There's not much more like this. Most of the... This is probably the least interesting of the Act 1 boss fights. It's pretty straightforward. Like I said, he has a 6-turn cycle, and you can actually see where he is by how many of his flames he's ignited. So like he's already buffed his strength, there he does his ×2 attack. Then he does like another small attack where he adds burns to the deck. Then he does his big boy attack, which he'll probably get to. If I had to guess. So we're gonna take a bit more damage here. So these burns, I can't play them, and then at the end of the turn, I just take 2 damage. It's pretty raw deal, but I can discard it, so I don't take the damage, and I get 3 block. Thanks, Tough Bandages. So probably gonna have to use one of these this turn. So yeah, now he's doing the big boy move. I'm going to do this, which right there gives me 15 block. That's why I grabbed that potion specifically. So it basically lets you discard any number of cards from your hand and then draw that many cards. But since I have Tough Bandages, every card I discard gives me 3 block. Makes it, you know... It does 2 things instead of 1 thing that most potions do. So I only need 9 block. Am I willing to just take 4? No. And there's also a Shiv we're gonna have to redraw in there as well. Yeah, I did just do another 18 damage thanks to the bronze scales. So the second time he does the big attack, he also upgrades all our burns, which means they do 4 damage now. Which is not the coolest thing he could do. Luckily, he's getting pretty close to dead. So are we. We heal 70% of our missing health after a boss fight. 12, 2 plus 9 is 11. Thanks for the follow, Robin Lumber. I hope you're feeling fat and sassy. Hold up, I need to make sure I don't accidentally die here. 11, I go down to 2. He goes down to 15, then he takes another 3, goes down to 12, goes down to 8. I have a very good chance of just killing him next turn. Okay. Sick. Oh yeah, and you always get shown 3 rare cards each boss fight. Yeah, but that was literally the easiest part of the journey. That was Act 1. It's not Grand Finale. This is a card that's very, very hard to make work. Wraithform or Malaise? If I'd taken the Nightmare pairs really well with either of these cards. But I couldn't have known that I was going to see them beforehand. So this is, also, this is the beta art. If you've beaten the heart with a character, you get access to the beta art. So I've got the beta art turned on a lot of the cards. Yeah, no problem. None of the ones in my deck, though. So this is a gain 2 intangible. That basically means all damage is reduced to 1. You can still get hurt a lot. Because multi-attacks will still hit you that many times. And there are times where you could get attacked 15 or 18 times in a turn. So you're still taking like 15 or 18 damage. But it could still prevent a lot of damage. The downside is I lose 1 dexterity at the end of my turn, meaning my block cards get worse and worse and worse. 2 intangibility means it lasts for 2 turns, basically. So after those 2 turns, now I'm worse at blocking. It also costs 3 to play. I think I like Malaise. It's very good in many fights. It's easier to play than Wraithform. Basically, it doesn't have a downside. Okay. I kind of don't want a Pandora's box just because I sacrificed some health to get 2 of these upgrades. Like a lot of it. It's probably not Kite either. I don't think this deck does very well with a Kite. So Kite said, oh, wait a minute. I might be an idiot. This deck might be perfect for Kite. So there's like a pool of boss relics. You can only get these relics from bosses, and it shows you 3 of them, and you get to pick 1. Kite gets me block. I'm not going to be able to do very much with 4 energy on most turns. So I'm going to need, like, much more card draw very quickly. Expertise suddenly became good. It is 6 free block a turn guaranteed, which is not bad at all. I guess it means I can discard block cards more often? Yeah, I'll take the Kite. If only I could take Kite and Runic Pyramid. I want, what's the one? Reflex is the one that draws you cards when you discard it. I want Reflex Plus. It's not super common. Alrighty. Fighting the Champ. Gonna hit that shop. I got 542 gold. Gonna hit that shop. Do I have a better path? Not really. I don't wanna... If I'm gonna only hit 1 shop, I'd rather it not be that late. What about this way? Ooh, that is a better path. I like this way because I can bail on the elite if I need to. So that gives us 3 bonfires, 2 elites. How are we feeling about Act 2 elites? Malaise is very good against Book of Stabbing. Malaise is also pretty good against Gremlin Leader. Caltrops is also very good against Book of Stabbing. And, as always, I have no good answer for the slavers, because the slavers are just hard to deal with. I also have no AoE. I have no good way of dealing with the gremlins. Well, let's try to find good ways. Hmm. Thank you, genuinely. So get 6 block, 16 block. Okay, so I can just get rid of those. I guess slice? Yeah, here's the downside, is that now I can't really do much with the stuff in my hand. Thank you, Mino Koala. So he's gonna get away. Oh yeah. These guys take 20 gold from me every time they hit me, and then they run away eventually. And this deck does not like do enough damage to stop them from just taking all my stuff. So he's gonna get away with like, I don't know, 40 gold, which is annoying. I think I want the explosive pot just for Gremlin Leader. None of these, please. Okay. And this is a shop. He shows you 2 attacks, 2 skills, 1 power, 3 relics, one of which is a shop exclusive relic, 3 potions, 2 neutral cards, and the ability to remove cards. Sometimes he says stuff. You like go away and come back. He'll say a thing. Well, accuracy's pretty bad here. I think I probably have to buy that reflex. I am not buying the bomb. Robin Lumber. Yeah, these relics are not hot. Then card removal. Yes, the kite forces me to discard 2 cards at the start of every turn. Gain 1 energy and discard 2 cards at the start of your turn. Which I took because it has some synergy with Tough Bandages. I don't know that this deck cares that much about Ginger. Not at 339 gold. Do I want to replace any potions? No. No, these ones are pretty good. It's a shame that I'm leaving here with 300 gold. You know what? I should have paid more attention to the fact that there were like 3 hallway fights in a row. Huh. I took some damage in that last fight, it seems. I could malaise 1 bird into the dirt. That seems fun. It's probably what I'm gonna do. I mean, -2 strength is not into the dirt. It means he's not going to do a lot of damage for a while. Yeah, turnip wouldn't be bad at all. Boy. I want that Caltrops more than anything else in this hand. Okay, so I have to take... Yeah, that's why. So these guys have a stupid buff on them that makes it so that they take half damage while they're in the air, and the only way to knock them down is to hit them 4 times with attacks in the same turn, which is really hard to do. Luckily, it's only attack damage that gets cut in half, so Caltrops just like ruins these guys. Kunai would not be bad. Well, Kunai gets a lot worse with Hovering Kite, because that's just fewer attacks I can have in my hand. Yes. Yeah. The way the difficulty works in this game is you start at base, and then you go to Ascension 1, Ascension 2, Ascension 3, etc, 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 all the way up to Ascension 20, which as you can see up here, it says is max level. And each additional Ascension gives you an additional negative modifier, and they all just keep stacking. And so, like, from top to bottom, that's the order they apply in. Until you get, like, all the way to the bottom where, at the end of Act 3, we have to fight 2 bosses in a row. And you don't even know what the second one is. I mean, there's only 3 possible bosses in each act, so you know what the first one is, so you're like, okay, so the second one is one of these 2. You got a 50-50. Alright, I need to think about what I'm doing this turn. Probably playing acrobatics. I'm not even sure Infinite Blades is that important here. Oh yeah, and acrobatics discards a card too. Which gives me even more block. I didn't even think about that. Let's neuter you, because you're gonna die after you hit me the first time. Alright, well, I probably could have played Infinite Blades. I overblocked a bit. You're dead, you're dead. I took 6 damage? Oh boy, if I could, like, stop. Endless Agony is kind of funny in that it duplicates itself. At least I'm pretty sure this should duplicate itself before Hovering Kite triggers. I actually don't know what order those go in. So it would actually give me 1 more card for the turn. It's cute. Again, I don't have any relics that care about how many attacks I play in a turn. If I did, I'd grab it. Those are not the cards I'm looking for. Excuse me. Wait, no, that doesn't work. There we go. Oh, right, I'm already gaining 6 block. Whoops! What did I throw away? A strike? Could have played that strike. Yeah, I don't get tough bandages very often. It is a rare relic. So, like, I definitely still make mistakes. Like I said, the best players in the world have around, like, 30-35% win rate. And I don't even know. 8 might be high. It might be half that. So, like, there's still, like, certain, like, rare relic interactions that I forget about and just misplay. Cool. So these 2 are particularly annoying. She hangs back and either buffs or heals the both of them. And he will either block for her, you can see she's got 17 block, or he'll just, like, swing at me. Sometimes she swings at me, too. Nobody's attacking me. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the malaise. Just play it? Cool. Yeah. 20 health back. And now they're both attacking. Magical. Frail. Neat. Oh, maybe I should have hit you because you're already weak. That is not enough block. Sometimes he swings at me too, is a chapter in my autobiography. Another advantage, I guess, potentially to Infinite Blades is it lets us get rid of the Shiv instead of a different card. So I have the Shivs set on the beta art. It's not normally a sharpened toothbrush. What am I digging for? Block? Yeah, I could have played that better. So the thing I have to worry about is she does, like, she'll keep buffing their strength forever until I die. So I do have a bit of a time limit. Well, not a time, like a turn limit, I suppose. Neat. So reflex, there are 2 cards like this for the silent. Doesn't do anything, but if I discard it, I draw a card. Ideally, I'd upgrade it. That makes it draw 2 cards, so I actually get card advantage out of it. And there's another one that gives me energy when I discard it, which is why I bought it. So you guys are dealing some damage, so that's fun. I blocked it this time at least. And one benefit is when she's attacking, that at least means she's not healing or buffing. Can I kill you? 10 damage, 14, 19, yes. So I'll just get rid of these 2. Go ham. Sick. Yeah, a lot of the different actions that the enemies can take are like percentage based. Yeah. Yeah, so on turns where the knight would have blocked, would have defended the mystic, instead he like goes apeshit. Both of them are she, maybe. Who knows? It's a mystery. I honestly don't particularly care. It's not super relevant, at least to my attempts at just beating the run. So just like turf those. She's not attacking. I think I've basically explained how this fight goes. As soon as the knight goes down, like she tends to go down like, you know, like a house of bricks. I think I take backflip just because it puts cards in my hand. So does quick slash, but okay. I don't think Caltrops is... Well, it does some damage. It does some damage. I can actually skip the flip here. Okay. So the front guy, he'll alternate between putting 3 dazes in my deck and just attacking me. This guy puts a lot of block on himself. Makes me frail, which makes my block cards worse. 6, 14, that's not enough. $11, 17 plus 3, 20. Alright, I'll just take 1 damage. See, like, I have 3 energy left. So there's definitely some downsides to Kite. That could have been a turn where I did a lot more than that, but it wasn't. Let's just take the 6. Woo! So like block guards are made worse because of the frailty buff that this guy puts on me. They only block for 75% as much, and it rounds down, which makes regular defense way worse. Because you actually end up losing 40%. Since they block for 5 normally. So like that one's out. Just like do that. So I can... I should have done the math. I thought he was doing the big attack, but I didn't pay attention. I need to dig. Oh boy. That's... Those... Okay, keep digging. Just keep digging. Alright, this is gonna hurt. So he has these artifact charges. They basically act as anti-debuffs. So I would have to debuff him... He starts with 3. I'd have to debuff him 3 times before any debuffs would actually stick. Which makes Malaise pretty bad against him. Malaise applies 2 separate debuffs. So I'm just gonna get rid of the Malaise here. This guy's a lot easier to kill with poison, since poison does not interact with block whatsoever. The good news is, Frail and Dexterity Down and stuff only interacts with cards that actually say gain whatever block. It does not interact with relics or anything, or powers. that'll give you block. So this tough bandages will always give me the 6 block when I discard 2 cards. So that's nice, at least. Nice! Congratulations, Eater of Unhappiness. You get to join the secret club. Oh, hey, wow, we're actually no longer frail. The fight lasted that long. Yeah, this deck is not the greatest at ending fights. Which makes me fear for its survival as we go higher up the Spire. That was an accidental rhyme. Sick. Well, now that we're no longer frail, I pretty much just block this guy easy every time. I don't need that much block. And he's finally almost dead. Oh, shoot, he's still doing stuff, ain't he? Probably, yeah. Cool. The explosion's pretty good. I still don't know how we're dealing with Gremlin Leader. I have a feeling Explosion Potion's probably not enough. Let's pray that the first fight isn't Gremlin Leader. Well, that's something. That's something. Sure, that's like having an explosion potion. Alright, I'm gonna go refill my water, and I'll be right back.
I'm feeling fat and sassy.
Sorry, I was just starting to get a little parched since I was going into a lot more detail than usual. Chat sure said a lot of things when I was gone. The deck is kind of trouble. We either go ham on the block or we just find some source of damage, maybe Noxious Fumes. You can fit so much unhappiness in here. Oh, Ouija! Thank you for the follow. I hope you're feeling fat and sassy. No. We don't have good damage cards. There's different types of damage. There's like scaling damage, front-loaded damage, which are sort of opposites. And then there's like single target and multi-target damage, which again tend to be mutually exclusive. So I could just grab this card, which is very good multi-target front-loaded damage. It's just 13 damage right now, hits everybody, and then it exhausts, which means it's out of the deck for the rest of the fight. Scaling means something that has more and more effect as the fight progresses, like it scales upward instead of just like I said, like Die doesn't scale. It does 13 damage one time and then it's out of the deck. Infinite Blades is technically scaling damage. The cards it gives us don't scale, but this card itself is scaling damage. Because the turn after we play it, it's basically given us 4 damage. And then the turn after that, it's given us 8 damage. And the turn after that, it's given us 12 damage, etc, 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 for however long the fight goes on. It's not great scaling damage, though. You can get much better scaling damage. At the same rarity of card, in fact, for Silent. I took it because of where we were. it's reasonably good damage for Act 1. And we were in Act 1 when I took it, and I needed more damage to get through Act 1. There are also a lot of relic and card combinations that either want me to play lots of attacks in a turn, so having an extra attack per turn is very nice, or lots of cards period in a turn, so having an extra free card every turn works with that, or there are ones that want me to play exactly, or some multiple of 3 attacks in a turn. So again, just having an extra free attack so that I can manipulate how many attacks I'm playing works really well with those synergies. And we don't have any of them yet, but they're common enough that we have a pretty good chance, depending on how long the run goes, of running into them. So it was basically a gamble to take this. It's not the strongest kind of card. The other thing is, like, we can't control what cards we see. Obviously, I would have, if I could make this a Noxious Fumes, I would. Anyway. Yeah, Noxious Fumes does. Not in long fights, White Fang K. Not in long fights, because then the downside, if you discard a Shiv, the downside becomes, next time through your deck, instead of drawing, like, any card that isn't Shiv, you draw Shiv. Because Shivs are pretty bad to actually have in your deck. I would rather have strikes in my deck than Shivs. You know, if I could replace these strikes with Shiv, well, okay. At this point, if I could replace these strikes with Shivs, I actually would, because strikes aren't... You tend to want to have fewer attacks, usually, as you get later into the run, or you want them to be a smaller portion of your deck, because attacks by themselves don't do very much. You need them for Act 1, because you need so much front-loaded damage to get through the elites in Act 1, to not just die super early. But then as it goes on and on and on, they become less and less important. But, like, drawing into a Shiv that could have been a dash, or a malaise, or a neutralize, is pretty bad. So, I would not say it mitigates the kite in long fights. In short fights that are like 3-4 turns, sure. Anyway, we're gonna fight an elite, so let's see how this goes. Cool, it was the exact one we were hoping it wouldn't be. So, you know, that's fun. Caltrops is pretty good here. Excuse me. Okay. I think it's pretty clear that I do this. Then I do that. And then I do this. Oh, maybe I should have taken... Yeah. No, No, this is fine. This is fine. This game requires a ton of thought. I've made, like... Honestly, I probably made like 17 different mistakes. What do you mean it was 50-50? Jason Mann, first 007. What was 50-50? He's not doing anything, so I'm going to look for cards. Sick. Yeah, this is the first elite in the act. It was not 50-50. It was 33-66, I guess, is how you could put it. Yeah, no, I'm trust me, I'm well aware, well aware of how the mechanics of the RNG on Elite's hit work. So Malaise is really good to hit this guy with, since he likes to multi-attack. So reducing his strength means like you get triple value out of reducing it. He likes to hit for times 3. So like instead of hitting for 6 times 3, if I spend all of my energy, I can make him hit for 2 times 3, which I think we can all agree is a lot smaller. The only downside is he does keep buffing his own strength, so he'll just like eventually climb back out of the strength pit we put him in. So it is not a permanent solution, it is a temporary one. Also, this idiot has to die, so I think that means that that's my hand. So this guy, they've all got different names. Sneaky Gremlin, Fat Gremlin. Fat Gremlin is my least favorite gremlin, because he makes me weak and frail when he hits me. He only does 5 damage, but weak plus frail can like actually kill me. So I'm going to kill him first, and we're just going to play Infinite Blades. See, now he's doing this stuff. That's 33 damage. He buffed this guy by 5. Yeah, he buffs all of them, and he puts 10 block on him. This can be a really rough fight. 6 plus 14, 20, 30. I'm being attacked for 48. That's dexterity potion time. And a Shiv'em. Yeah, like four. You can kind of see he's got a lot of health. Like 4 damage a turn does not make this fight go very much faster. Gonna kill you. So like one way to make this fight easier is to have a deck that's better at killing all his small guys, because the way his RNG works, he can only do 3 things. He can buff himself and his minions, or he can summon 2 new minions, or he can attack me. Those are the only 3 moves he has. And he never does the same one twice in a row. So, the way his RNG works, and he decided he was going to summon when he still had 1 gremlin out. He also will never ever get more than 3 gremlins. I didn't need the acro. The acro was a lot less block than Defend Plus. The acro was 3 block, and Defend Plus was 10 block. That's pretty much why. I don't have Deflect in the deck. So there's like, I guess there's Neutralize. I could have dug for Neutralize, but there's no guarantee there. Definitely not my lack of skill to make this deck that isn't above 20 cards. I suppose I did. Did I? Maybe. I would have had to check the deck. Anyway, what was I saying? So if this guy has no minions, he has a 25% chance to attack me and a 75% chance to summon minions. And I'm pretty sure if he has... That's if he has no minions. I'm pretty sure if he has 2 minions, it's 50-50 between buff and attack. So, like, the general strategy is to just, like, kill his minions the turn they come out. And then hopefully you can just play the RNG game and he, like, never ever actually attacks. He'll almost always attack, like, at least once somewhere in a fight. But that's, like, the ideal way to deal with the fight. Alright. Shield Gremlin is kind of annoying. Mad Gremlin is kind of annoying. None of them are the worst, though. This is not a great hand. Right, I keep forgetting about that free 6 block. I didn't need this defend at all. Problem with Shield Gremlin is he can put block on the big guy. That's the only way this guy gets block. When he buffs himself and all his minions, and he only puts block on the minions. Going to malaise him. Where does that put me? Okay, I only take 1 damage. Oh yeah, and the Shield Gremlin... No, the Shield Gremlin can put block on the same guy twice. It's unfortunate that that prevented 9 damage. At least I got his shield down. Okay. He's gonna buff them again. So like he's just gonna keep buffing and they're just gonna keep getting stronger. So I do, at some point, probably have to clear his minions. Hopefully he resummons this turn. Nope. That's not good news. That's quite bad news, in fact. 36, 53. That's... How much can I block for? 23. Oh, that's not much better at all. 35? What did I just say? 53? So it would take 18 damage, I'd go down to 10. Maybe get 2 more bonfires. I think I can go down to 10 and try to save the ghost in a jar. Wait. 25. Yeah, 35. I'm getting him kind of low at this point. And also, he's also down to 6. So he's buffing, not summoning, which means if I kill this guy this turn, there's a very high chance that he's not attacking and he's summoning next turn, which just gives me, like, the whole turn to deal damage to him. So since I'm planning on killing this guy anyway, I don't need to worry about blocking here. I'll just do that. Okay. Cool, summoning. So that basically gives me like 2 turns, this turn and next turn. Because if you kill Gremlin Leader, his other gremlins will run away. So even if he were to resummon this turn, and like I didn't kill him, and then next turn he had his minions, then I could just kill him next turn and I'd be fine. Cool. Okay. Strawberry just gives me 7 max health. These are bad. Probably gonna want to nap twice. I don't even have very good card upgrades. Malaise? Acrobatics? Caltrops? Hey, Eater of Unhappiness, how's it going? What is in the box? So the boot... The boot's a pretty bad relic. But it does do a little something for this deck because of the infinite blades. Whoops, minimize the screen. The boot says whenever I would deal 4 or less unblocked damage, instead I deal 5. Which, since very few enemies in this game block at all, it mostly just means that when I'm weakened, I'll get a little bit of extra damage. It also does stuff against Nemesis. So basically makes my shivs, which normally do 4 damage, do 5 damage. Which is pretty weak. I could give it up for the key piece right here. Except our deck is so weak right now, I think I might need everything it can get. So I'm gonna take the boot. We're gonna get boot value. Ritual Dagger. I might actually have to take this. It's literally like the only thing that could potentially become strong in the deck. So Ritual Dagger, it does 15 damage for 1 energy, which is already pretty good. And every time it kills an enemy, its damage permanently increases by 3. Not just for the fight, for the whole run. However, it exhausts itself, so I only get to play it once in a fight. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure this deck would be better without Riddled with holes. Even with the boot. Yeah, kind of like Nasus Q. Except you only get to use this like once per fight. I guess... Nasus Q if you like never got to go back and regenerate mana. It's not quite as... Because you can't do it multiple times in a fight, generally. No, you can't get... Unless you have Prismatic Shard or the Spoon. Alright, well we still have our Intangible Potion, so I think I'm going to go for another Elite. Because we need some kind of miracle. If I, like a Shuriken, or heck, even Pen Nib. No, Pen Nib's probably not strong enough. Yeah, obviously Exhume. I do not want to play that Ritual Dagger this turn. Cool. So this guy gains 5 strength every turn, then just attacks a bunch. This guy puts a debuff on me that makes it that whenever I play a non-attack, he puts a daze in my deck. And then he also likes to make me vulnerable and just like hit me really hard. That's pretty much the only reason it's in this deck. That in and of itself does not make it great. It's more for the upgrade. Because I bought it back when I thought maybe this deck might get to upgrade a card ever. Upgraded, it actually becomes pretty good. Right now it's like, eh. Yeah, I wouldn't take it. I would not take it unless you had the kite in most situations. Unless you were running like a lot of discard cards and you saw an upgraded one. Because think about it this way. If you're not doing kite stuff, it doesn't actually draw you a card. Because you have to draw it in order to draw a card. So you're actually card neutral with regular reflex. It is a bit better with the kite because you have to discard stuff with the kite. You can't choose to. But like if you draw this without any way to discard it, it does nothing. And if you draw this with a way to discard it, but you don't want to play the card that would discard it, then it does nothing. And if you draw it and have the ability to discard it and want to play a discard card, it basically turned into the card it would have been had the card not been in the deck to begin with, which makes it pretty bad. The upside here is because of the specific way it interacts with the kite. In that... So, let me explain. How do I put this into words properly? So in most cases, you could just not run reflex, and then every time you would draw reflex, and then draw a card, you could have just not put reflex in the deck, and then the next card, instead of being reflex, would have been the card underneath reflex, that you get the same card either way, except there's no downside. Here, if I get a card that's not reflex, I have to discard that card, and then I don't get it. Whereas if I get reflex, I discard reflex, and then I get to keep the other card. Yeah, if that made sense. I need to figure out what I'm doing. Probably playing Die, since it's unfortunately like the second best card in this deck. Okay, so I'm gonna take some damage. He's gonna do some baloney. I'm already gaining 6 block, so I don't actually need these two. Boot value! Also, a lot of the time, like, a relic will usually glow when it's activated, if its activation is, like, non-obvious. So every time we play a Shiv, that little boot's gonna glow. Or I'm pretty sure whenever we discard cards, this tough bandage is just like a little throb. I guess I could just, like, do this. He sure is not multi-attacking. Yeah. That's pretty unfortunate, all things considered. Boot value. Oh boy. I really, well, There's no way I beat the champ with this deck. As is. I have to pull something out of this elite fight. That something might be dying, unfortunately. I'm gonna let myself run out of, actually chew through some of these dazes here, so that they don't just all accumulate in my deck. Whew. George is very good. By my... Oh, shit. Maybe I should have waited for Ritual Dagger. By my estimation, he seems to be about the best. So that's 14 damage, so I don't actually need this other defend. Oh, I probably should have tossed the Ritual Dagger. Duh. Since I'm not playing it this turn. He's gonna slowly kill himself on my Caltrops. It's just full blocks for me. I really don't like having to continually toss neutralize like that, because even if I don't need it to prevent damage this turn, having him weak for the turn after would be, you know, nice. So like right there, when I got rid of that reflex, instead of getting the reflex, I would have had to just get rid of the quick slash or a different thing. Yeah, he has the world record for Ascension 20 Heart 1 win streaks. He tied it at 5, and then he won the next 2 runs after that. And then he got the world record. He got the world record, broke it, then broke it again. You know, I saw all of those. I saw his like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th runs. Where the 8th run was a defect run, where he didn't make it. He's like I said, by my estimations, he's quite probably the best. Getting a lot of boot value. 14. Yeah, this is gonna suck. I just like absolutely have to draw Ritual Dagger. Fuck. Okay. Just stop there. Digging for the dagger. Well, that was... I think that's the first time I've even taken the card. Grappling Cloud's good. Wow, it's a good card in this deck? No way. No way. It's not enough. I have 11 health, but I've got... Oh, yeah. That smells like losing. I'll play the Die later? I have to play the Caltrops. Cool, full block. I love it. 11 health and a dream. Hey, I've managed to wiggle my way out of worse. Wait, why would I get rid of the quick slash with the strike? That would be real dumb. Am I digging for something? Malaise, but I don't want to dig and then have malaise it for 1. That seems pretty bad. Fuck. Oh boy, I really wanted it to be multi-attacking. The turn I drew malaise, so I could give him -6. I could basically make him hit me for 0. Whoops. Yeah, it's not enough. Drink. Drink. See you later, bitch. Alright, cool. Managed to win this fight. As you notice, he's hitting me for 0 times 15. He will still hit me for big numbers on his single attack turns, but he's also taking a bunch of damage every time. Yeah, he'll still hit me for 13. But I'm pretty sure this deck can handle 13 damage. Sick. Yeah, I won the fight. Like, with malaise in the deck and an energy pot and a ghost pot, I was pretty sure we could take it. Because I could just, like, slap him with the energy potion, put him at -6 strength, and, well, yeah. And also make him weak forever. Yeah, I'm not gonna do those. Man, if I had, like, maybe a Caltrops, like, a Caltrops, considering I get, you know, 6 free block a turn. He's going to hit himself for 24 damage. There's a backflip and quick slash. How much damage could I do to him? 13, 18. Knocks him down to 19. Knocks him down to exactly 50. Hold up. Let me make sure I did the math right. 3. This will become 5 because of the boot. Oh, that'll become 5 too. Because I'll need 1. Yeah. 13, 18, 23. Knocks him down to 14. Which Ritual Dagger can kill him? Okay. Didn't draw the dagger. If I quick slash, can I still get him down low enough? Yeah. Only one of these costs energy. So it'll be 13, it'll be 23. Knocks him down to 14. Another 8. Shit. Okay. So he's about to take 24. I'm aware that he dies. I am trying to make sure he doesn't die until I kill him with Ritual Dagger. Like, I'm very aware I can kill him. It's how I kill him that's important. Well-Laid Plans is a very good card. I don't think it's gonna save me. It makes Ritual Dagger a lot better. It's a little late for that. We don't have a lot of time to make Ritual Dagger big between here and the champ. This might literally be the only way I win this fight. And I'm still pretty sure that's not gonna do enough. What if I transform 2 cards? God, no, not Poison Dagger. With no other poison in the deck. 1 card in 25. Like, it's not gonna stack. He's gonna run out of poison by the time I stab him again. Oh, sorry, I lied. I have Crippling Cloud. Yeah, no, absolutely not Poison Dagger. There's Transform and Dream, or there's Jax and Prey. I do have Infinite Blades, which means I get ever higher amounts. I'm taking it. Alright, we're napping. If I had full health, we might be able to do this fight. What would I want for Transform? Nightmare. Because we have a Well-Laid Plans, we have a Malaise. Nightmare could actually do some work. I'm not digging that hard. I was playing, like, all the draw cards in that scenario because I was specifically looking for Ritual Dagger for that turn. I'm not always playing Acrobatics. And again, like, this deck can draw 6 extra cards on its way through. So instead of taking 5 turns to dig through the whole deck, it takes 4. Problem with it's like, again, like 34 health, I'm almost certainly just actually dead. Like the deadest dude. Okay. Get the Infinite Blades up. Jax immediately. Okay. 10 damage. Okay. That's no problem. Thanks, Isolated Beast. Yeah, this is gonna be... Oh boy, there's no block in this whole hand. There's some weakness. It's like if I had Shuriken, like... Oh, look at... I can play 3 attacks in a turn so often. Ornamental Fan. Like, there's so many relics. Shiv... Or, not Shiv. Shuriken, Kunai, Ornamental Fan, Pen Nib, Nunchaku. Well, Nunchaku's not as good with the fan. Thank you, Levi. I don't know. Unfortunately, like, we're past the point where we can acquire more strength. That's what all the other floors were for acquiring strength. We just gotta... How good is Well-Laid Plans in this? It does give me an extra card per turn, generally. Maybe not. I guess it does. It starts giving me an extra card per turn, pretty much guaranteed, after any turn where I play Acrobatics or Backflip. So I need to keep that. I don't feel like Die does much here. Oof! Do I try for the Ritual Dagger? I think I'll just wait on it. I'm literally just digging for jacks more and more and more and more and more. Keep the Survivor. You have cookies? You missed me being relatively certain that I was not going to win this fight. Because I have to do so much damage to myself to just, like, have a chance. Thank you for the prayers. I don't think malaise is what I want here. Not having any potions is also pretty bad. Just keep chugging. Keep chugging. Oh boy. 6 strength, it's not a lot, but it's not a little either. Problem is I have to keep hurting myself to do it. Keep the Survivor. It's once he gets under half health that the real problems are gonna start. I am frail. 8. Yeah, I just do that. There's a neutralize and a defend plus in there. Oh, should have done that first. Alright. Now he's gonna get flippy. We're flipping to mode 2. So he's gonna give himself a whole bunch of strength. Then the turn after that, he's gonna hit me for like 33 times 2. And he also cleanses all his debuffs, which is why I didn't malaise him before this point. Because any negative strength he'd get rid of, and then he'd buff himself. So I wanted to wait until afterwards, because he only does this once. After this, I give him the negative. I, nerf him down with the malaise. I almost said, like, unbuff. I unbuff him. Okay, good. There's the malaise. Keep digging for jacks. Okay, didn't find it, that's fine. Keep digging for jacks. Cool. Oh, there's a lot of really good defensive cards that I'm not getting to hold on to. Actually, maybe Malaise was a terrible idea. Yeah, this might not be enough. Yeah, I think I'm toast. 14 damage neutralized. So, that's only 48 damage. Reduce it by 8. So it's only 40 damage? Yeah. Yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the run. Like I said, if I had full health... Sleepy boy. I was a very sleepy boy. That's when we were playing Minecraft. Which is like maximum sleepy mode. I need to play a game where I just like didn't have to think at all. Anyway, unfortunately, it is that time once again. So if you liked what you saw, feel free to follow both here on Twitch as well as the various social media and video hosting platforms linked down below. Next stream is tomorrow night from 1 a.m. till 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you don't know what time that is in your time zone, that is approximately 22 hours from right now. At that time, we will be continuing our never-ending quest to slay the Spire. You can check out previous episodes of both Slay the Spire as well as other games I've streamed in the past at both YouTube and BitChute, linked down below. And feel free to join the community Discord, which is both linked down below, and JNerdling has so kindly linked it in the chat as well. We're going to raid somebody, so feel free to stick around for that. Regardless of whether you do or not, thanks for joining me, and have a good night.